Good afternoon. This is Shannon Williams, and I have chosen skeleton as the front-end framework for my discussion. It was created by Dave Gamache, and it's a really lightweight CSS framework that's supported by the latest Chrome, Firefox, Opera, Safari, Internet Explorer. All the latest versions support skeleton. It's primarily a grid system but it provides styles for HTML components, like common ones like buttons or lists, tables, forms, and it has a mobile first approach. As I mentioned, it is a grid system, and this is how it looks when it's downloaded. When you unzip your folder, you'll get these because it's got a normalized CSS and a skeleton CSS. The latest versions go up to a 16 column, but I'm just going to discuss the 12. It's mobile first, like I said, so when you have something that you want to take up half of the space, you would give it a class name. The first name is is going to be the number of columns. So you want something to take up about a third of the space, then you would say 4 columns, and then 8 columns. You'd have to set up a div element and then give it the class. You can go anywhere from 1 to 12. They also have the 1/3, 2/3, and 1/2, but it's a lot better. They have a little side note down here about it, that it's better to just use the 4 and 8. There's also the button elements that are pre-styled, just like this. And I have an example, the code right here. It's just you set up a class and you say that it's button primary, and that's your anchor button here, anchor button. And then the other ones are primary. They're submit buttons with a value of submit input. And they're already styled this way, so that it's just you'd have to add a little extra CSS, but you get the rounded corners and you get the click. When you click, they change color. Same with the anchor buttons, they change color when you've clicked on them. Another thing that it takes care of are forms, and as I said before, you set up a div with a class of a number and the columns. So this first example here for the email, where they want your email to go in with an input here, is going to be 6 columns wide, right there. 6 columns wide there, and then 6 columns wide here. And then you'll need to center it. The message down here is going to be full width of the page there. I have an example of that too. Oops. Example of that here, so it'd be 6 columns, and the u-full-width is a utility shorthand that just means 100% of the width. And you give them all IDs for CSS styling, extra styling in case you want to change the colors or anything like that, but just come straight out of the package. They already have, a pretty nice little styling, buttons and the little radius there. And let's see. Then there is the typography is set up in REMS, so everything is fluid and responsive. This is a mobile first package, so it's set up to be fluid. They have a spatial relationship, and it's based on the font size that you give it in the HTML. So you have to use rems instead of pixels, and it's based on 10. So if you say there's 5 rems, then that's going to be 50 pixels. Here. We've already gone over the buttons. This is not an all basic styling, wrap anything in a code. Oh, and the tables. They set it up, the table as a class with u-full-width. So this is what it looks like here. And I've done this here so you can see how it is full size.